English Bridge Podcast.
Hey everyone, welcome back to the English Bridge Podcast. I'm Sam.
And I'm Luna. Welcome, everyone.
So glad you're here with us today.
Okay, wait, Sam. Before we start, can I just say something?
Go ahead.
I tried to learn how to make sushi last night.
Oh yeah?
3 hours. 3 hours of my life. And what I made looked like a sad, wet burrito.
A sad, wet burrito. That is not sushi.
It was not sushi, not even close.
So what went wrong?
I have no idea. I watched a video, I followed the steps, or I thought I did, and still, disaster.
Okay, but here's the thing. That is actually the perfect intro to today's topic, because today we're talking about how to learn fast.
Yeah, I really needed this episode to talk about.
A little too late for the sushi, but hopefully useful for everything else.
And also, and this is important, we're going to connect all of this to learning English specifically.
Because a lot of what makes people learn fast or slow applies directly to learning a language.
So if you're here to improve your English, which, let's be honest, most of you are, this episode is for you.
Right. Let's get into it. So, Luna, why do you think some people learn faster than others? Like, are people just naturally faster learners, like it's just in their brain?
I used to think yes.
And now?
Now I think it's mostly about method, not ability.
Really?
Yeah, like I had a friend at university, super smart, but she studied for exams by reading her notes over and over again.
Okay.
And she'd spend like 6 hours the night before just reading, highlighting, rereading.
And did it work?
She passed, but she'd forget everything 2 weeks later.
Hmm.
And then I had another friend, honestly not as naturally smart, but she had a completely different approach.
What does she do?
She'd study for maybe 2 hours, but she'd test herself the whole time, cover the notes, try to remember, check, repeat.
Active recall.
Exactly. And she remembered things for months, not days.
So the method matters more than the hours.
So much more. You can study for 10 hours the wrong way and learn less than someone who studies for 2 hours the right way.
That's both encouraging and a little embarrassing.
Why embarrassing?
Because I spent years studying the wrong way, just rereading things again and again thinking I was being productive.
Oh, same. We all did it.
And it feels productive. That's the trick. Rereading feels like learning, but it's not really.
It's passive. Your brain is barely working.
And your brain only really learns when it has to work.
Exactly. When it struggles a little bit, when it has to search for the answer.
Which brings us to the first big idea of today. So secret number 1, and this is probably the most powerful one, is active recall.
We kind of touched on this already, but let's go deeper.
So active recall basically means instead of reading information, you try to remember it without looking.
You close the book and you try to say what you just learned.
Yes, and it feels harder. It feels uncomfortable.
Because your brain is actually working.
And that difficulty, that struggle, is actually the learning happening.
So the discomfort is a good sign.
Exactly. If it feels easy, your brain isn't really storing it.
Okay, and how does this connect to English?
So instead of just listening to English and thinking, oh, I understood that, try to repeat what you heard out loud.
Without looking at the transcript.
Right. Try to retell what you just heard in your own words in English.
Even if it's not perfect.
Especially if it's not perfect, because the effort of trying is what makes it stick.
I actually do something like this. When I watch a video in English, I pause it and try to summarize what was just said.
Yes, that's perfect. That's active recall.
And it's hard at first, but you get better at it quickly.
Okay, secret number 2, and this one changed my life, honestly.
Say more.
So the idea is, instead of studying something once for a long time, you study it multiple times over a longer period.
With gaps in between.
Right. So let's say you learn a new English word today. You review it tomorrow, then in 3 days, then in a week, then in 2 weeks.
Each time, the gap gets bigger, because each time you successfully remember it, your brain says, okay, this must be important, let me store it more deeply.
And there are apps that do this automatically now.
Yeah, like it shows you a word just before you're about to forget it.
Which is exactly when your brain benefits most from reviewing it.
It sounds like magic, but it's just science.
The science of how memory actually works, and most people just don't know about it.
Because nobody teaches you how to learn, they just tell you to study.
Right. School gives you things to learn, but not how to learn them.
Which is a bit crazy when you think about it.
Yeah. Okay, secret number 3, and this one is simple, but people underestimate it.
What is it?
Sleep.
Sleep?
Sleep. Your brain consolidates memories while you sleep.
Consolidates, meaning it organizes and stores everything you learned during the day.
So if you study something and then sleep, you remember it much better than if you stay up all night reviewing.
I remember pulling all-nighters before exams and thinking I was being so productive.
And then forgetting everything during the exam.
Literally, my brain was just empty.
Because you skip the part where your brain actually processes and saves the information.
So sleep is not laziness. Sleep is part of learning.
It really is. Learn something, sleep, wake up knowing it better than when you went to bed.
That still amazes me every time I think about it.
And secret number 4, and this is my personal favorite.
Go on.
Teach what you learn.
Oh, yes.
Because when you have to explain something to someone else, you really have to understand it.
You can't fake it when you're teaching.
Exactly. All the gaps in your knowledge become very obvious very quickly.
I actually do this with English, actually. I explain English words or grammar to my younger cousin.
And does it help you?
So much, because I have to think, okay, how do I explain this simply? And that process makes me understand it so much better myself.
There's actually a famous idea called the Feynman technique, named after a physicist called Richard Feynman.
What's the idea?
If you can't explain something simply, you don't really understand it yet.
That's kind of humbling.
Right? Because we often think we understand something, and then we try to explain it and realize, oh, I only kind of understood it.
So the teaching reveals the gaps.
And then you go back, fill the gaps, and try again.
And for English learners, you don't even need a student. Just explain things to yourself, out loud.
Talk to yourself in English. Explain your day. Explain a concept you just learned.
It feels a bit strange at first.
Very strange, but incredibly effective. Okay, so we've talked about methods, but I want to talk about mindset too, because I think how you think about learning affects how fast you learn.
Completely. What's the first mindset thing?
Embracing mistakes. Fast learners don't avoid making mistakes. They actively look for them.
Because a mistake tells you exactly where you need to improve.
It's information, not failure.
I love that. It's information, not failure.
And for English learners, making a grammar mistake is not embarrassing. It's useful.
Because now you know what to fix.
Whereas if you never speak because you're afraid to make mistakes, you never find out what you need to work on.
And you never improve.
Exactly. The mistake is the teacher.
Another mindset thing, and this is something I really believe, is consistency over intensity.
Oh yes, say more.
So a lot of people think, I'm going to study English for 5 hours this weekend, really go hard.
The big weekend session.
And then nothing for a week or 2 weeks.
And that doesn't work.
It really doesn't. Your brain needs regular contact with the language, even if it's short.
20 minutes every day beats 5 hours once a week.
Every time. Because your brain is like a muscle. It needs regular exercise, not one massive workout.
And if you stop for 2 weeks, you lose some of what you built.
You have to start almost from scratch, which is so discouraging.
So the key is show up every day, even for a little bit.
Even 10 minutes, even just listening to a podcast while you make breakfast.
Which, by the way, is exactly what you're doing right now.
So good job, everyone listening. You're already doing it right.
Genuinely, just by listening to this, you're practicing.
And the last mindset thing, curiosity. Concise. Fast learners are genuinely curious. They ask why, they want to understand, not just memorize.
There's a difference between learning a word and understanding it.
Right. Like learning that procrastinate means to delay things. Okay, fine.
But understanding where the word comes from, how it sounds, when people actually use it, what it feels like in a sentence.
That's a different level.
And that deeper understanding is what makes it really stick.
So be curious about English. Not just what does this mean, but why does it work this way? When do people say this? How does it sound in a real conversation?
And that curiosity makes learning enjoyable, not a chore.
Which means you keep going, which means you improve faster.
It all connects. Okay, let's get really practical. If someone is listening to this and they want to improve their English fast, what do they actually do?
Step 1. Consume English every single day, without exception.
Podcasts, videos, music, movies, books, whatever you enjoy.
The key word is enjoy, because if you enjoy it, you'll do it consistently.
And consistency, as we said, is everything.
Step 2. Don't just listen, interact with the language.
Repeat sentences out loud, pause and summarize, write down new words.
Make the learning active, not passive.
Step 3. Speak as much as possible, even if you're not ready.
Especially if you're not ready.
Because speaking is where everything comes together. Your vocabulary, your grammar, your confidence.
And you only get better at speaking by speaking.
Talk to yourself. Talk to friends. Comment in English online. Find a language partner.
Every conversation, even a short one, is practice.
And step 4, review. Use spaced repetition for vocabulary.
Apps like Anki or even just flashcards review words regularly over time.
Don't try to learn 50 words in one day.
Learn 10 words, review them tomorrow and the day after and a week later.
And those 10 words will stay with you.
Forever almost, because your brain has had time to properly store them.
And the most important thing, enjoy the process.
Yes, learning English is not a punishment, it's a superpower.
Every word you add, every sentence you understand, every conversation you have.
You're getting closer. You're building something real.
And that's worth celebrating.
Every single step of the way.
Okay, everyone, it's time for the word tour.
This is the part of the episode where we go through the most important words from today's conversation.
We say the word, give you the meaning, and then we both give you an example so you really hear how it's used.
Ready, Sam?
Ready, let's go. Word number 1, method.
Method. It means the way you do something, your approach or technique.
For example, the method she used to study was very effective.
Or, I need to find a better method for learning new vocabulary.
Word number 2, recall.
Recall. It means to remember something, to bring it back from your memory.
For example, active recall means trying to remember information without looking at your notes.
Or, I couldn't recall his name even though I'd met him before.
Word number 3, retain.
Retain. It means to keep something in your memory over time, to not forget it.
For example, the best learners know how to retain information for a long time.
Or, I find it hard to retain new words unless I use them in a sentence.
Word number 4, consistent.
Consistent. It means doing something regularly without stopping, always showing up.
For example, she was consistent with her English practice, 20 minutes every single day.
Or, to improve at anything, you need to be consistent. Not perfect, just consistent.
Word number 5, passive.
It means not being active, receiving something without really engaging with it.
For example, just reading your notes is passive learning. Your brain isn't really working.
Or watching TV in English is passive. Repeating what you hear out loud is active.
Word number 6, consolidate.
Consolidate. It means to make something stronger and more solid, to bring things together and store them properly.
For example, your brain consolidates memories while you sleep.
Or, after a big project, it's good to take time to consolidate everything you learned.
Word number 7, technique.
Technique. It means a specific way of doing something skillfully.
For example, the Feynman technique is a great way to really understand what you're learning.
Or, she has a great technique for remembering new words. She connects each word to a picture.
Word number 8, embrace.
Embrace. It means to accept something fully and openly, to welcome it even if it's difficult.
For example, Fast learners embrace their mistakes instead of feeling ashamed of them.
Or try to embrace the uncomfortable feeling of not knowing. It means you're learning.
Word number 9, curious.
Curious. It means wanting to know more, having a strong interest in understanding things.
For example, stay curious about English. Ask why. Don't just memorize, understand.
Or, I was so curious about the origin of that word that I spent an hour reading about it.
And word number 10, effective.
It means something that works well and produces good results.
For example, spaced repetition is one of the most effective ways to learn and remember vocabulary.
Or, the most effective learners don't study longer, they study smarter.
And that's your word tour for today. 10 words, 10 meanings, 20 examples.
Say them out loud, use them this week, and they'll stick.
Okay, Luna, that was a great episode.
I loved it. I feel like I want to go and change my study habits right now.
Same. And the sushi? Are you gonna try again?
You know what? Yes, but this time I'm going to use the right method.
Active recall, spaced repetition, teach it to someone?
I'm going to teach my cat how to make sushi.
Please record that and send it to us.
I will. Okay, everyone listening, thank you so much for being here.
If you learned something today, drop a comment below. Tell us which tip was most useful for you.
And if you're learning English right now, you are already doing the right thing. Keep going.
Share this episode with someone who wants to learn faster, whether it's English or anything else.
We'll be back next week with another episode. Until then, keep learning, keep growing, and keep crossing that English bridge.
Bye, everyone.
Bye-bye.